Welcome back to another Sandland.
Have you tussled with the swimmers before?
Even though they're a bunch of weaklings, they keep picking fights with me.
Ever considered the issues that you're too strong? Stay focused. We could still be attacked at any time.
We'll be fine so long as the prince is here.
You do speak sense sometimes, thief.
Anyways, I turned down the brightness a bit since it was a little bit too overwhelming for the past parts. Hopefully it shows some improvement.
Something smells like treasure.
I had to like turn on the HDR because it was messing with OBS, because OBS is still not used to HDR, which is kind of a surprise there. I don't know. Technology's weird. I don't know if everybody else like in the gaming platforms use OBS or not, but yeah, that's what I'm using. And trust me, I spent hours trying to like perfect things. And trust me, it's a lot of work. Yep.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years.
Something smells like treasure.
I don't have a microphone stand, so I'm like sitting it on my lap, and sometimes it falls, but not frequently. Kind of rarely. Yeah, just take it as that. Like I said, I'm just starting out, guys.
If you ever think you might be lost, you should check the map.
Yeah, getting lost and having to backtrack would be a pain.
Yeah, backtracking's not that bad when you get used to it. Actually, it's terrible. But let's not say that.
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
You never know when something you picked up might come in handy.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
We interrupt this program for an update on the recent theft of an army tank. A sketch from an eyewitness has enabled us to identify one of the perpetrators.
Say what?
This man, spotted inside the stolen tank, has been identified as Rao, the 61-year-old sheriff of a small town to the north of the Central District, known as Apato Village. However, when we ran the fingerprints of this Sheriff Rao through a centralized database, we discovered a far more shocking truth. Rao is a mere alias. This man's true name should be familiar to every citizen of this kingdom, for it belongs to the military genius who became a general of the Royal Army at the tender age of 27. The legendary super soldier who protected Sandland from rebels and outlaws alike. Famed for his mercy and gentlemanly conduct toward even his fiercest enemies. The great, renowned General Shiva.
Huh?
A staggering development, to be sure. For General Shiva has long been assumed dead, killed by the massive explosion caused when he protected Sandland from the attempted Peachy Rebellion.
Bah, protected Sandland. What I did was murder.
Not only that, but his nearby home was destroyed in that same explosion, slaying his beloved wife and robbing the world of a star. The actress and musician, Sexy Terry.
Why didn't you tell me that was your wife? I'm mortified. If I'd known, I'd never have said...
Don't worry about it. I thought she was sexy too. That's why I asked her out.
But if she was your wife, why a magazine clipping?
Because all the photos I had of her burned up.
Shiva! No! It can't be! Inform General Hari of this at once! And while you're at it, tell the news office to double the reward for Shiva! And to make an announcement that anyone found sheltering him will be severely punished!
Yes, sir!
Shiva, what are you up to?
Zayu, explain this! You told me we'd gotten rid of Shiva!
Shh! Keep your voice down, Your Majesty!
What? General Shiva? You mean... that? General Shiva? I'm going to be fighting a legend. Now that's what I'm talking about! Send out the tanks and reinforce our defenses at all locations! Yes, sir!
So, what's the plan now?
When I get my hands on that swim team,
Unchanged. We find that spring. But first, I'd like to swing by one of the radio towers under the Army's control east of here.
Huh? What do you want to do at a radio tower?
I have a message that I'd like as many people as possible to hear. And the radio equipment there will let me broadcast what I have to say nationwide.
I really get a sense of a good story when I'm completely unaware of it. And trust me, I was so unaware that Sandland would have this much of a good story without even me knowing. I can't believe almost was about to take a very long time until I made a video on this. Good thing I did it earlier, to be honest. Okay, that's new. How do I...
Not sure going to the Army's radio tower sits well with me. Is it really worth taking a risk like that?
Say, maybe I've let my ego get the better of me.
It's fine. Let the old fogey do what he wants.
Good grief. I won't stand in your way.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, what are you gonna tell everyone?
The truth. And what's been on my mind.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Nice!
Is the leader of the Raptors. Do be careful, Prince.
Easy on the boost!
After us! His aim's pretty good!
Yep, you don't know what are good orders or bad orders. You just follow it, thinking it's for the greater good.
Oh, it goes!
That's every faction now. Sad to say. Even the ones you build yourselves.
Something smells like treasure.
People actually probably had a lot of bright personalities like that. They probably went through so much loss. No wonder they're stick in the mud. Kinda makes you think. Or around. I might just see the anime after this.
There are hardly any humans around here.
Ooh, new enemy.
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been like this for a long time.
I guess you really can't survive without water, huh?
Maybe I should just run away, but what about...
Never heard anyone talk to themselves so loud.
So what if people hear me? Nobody cares about me anyway. I'm so forgettable, not even my fellow diamonds know I exist.
Oh, so you're with the bandits, huh?
Not by choice. They kidnapped me young and put me to work. I'm supposed to earn my freedom after this job. Except I can't do it. And since they barely acknowledge me, I figured I might as well just run off now. Then again, if they remember about me and come after me...
Just finish the job, man.
They want me to take out some monsters so they can expand their territory. How the heck am I supposed to do that alone?
That certainly does sound dangerous. What do you think, Prince? Should we help him?
Oh, come on. Do we have to?
I want to help this young man get his life back on track.
You mean you'll actually help me? That would be amazing!
I personally don't see what's wrong with him being an outlaw.
Please! I'll give you something in return.
All right already. I've just gotta beat him, yeah?
That's right! Thank you so much.
Alright.
Whoop!
Ugh, this sand is just making me thirsty.
Really? How do you fall left? I mean, right?
Whatever. Mike is a mic.
Are there Royal Army soldiers all over Sandland? There's even a bunch near our village.
Most of them are stationed near the royal capital. It can be a lot more hit and miss the farther you get away from them. You'll also see supply units traveling around as they transport goods to bases.
Those are probably the ones who passed near our village.
Alright, we're supposed to find those little annoying birds here.
Well, so it goes. Looks like there's something up there. We could reach it if we had a vehicle that could jump.
I like how we get quests from the enemies that we fight. Like, not all of them are bad. I like that view. To be honest. Looks like Pteranodons still keep their name. Pretty cool.
Aren't there humans around here?
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been like this for a long time.
I guess you really can't survive without water, huh?
I found 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, that's right. I killed one of your flock. Come get some.
Well, that was easy. We done here?
Let's go back and let Hez know the job's done.
Well, so it goes.
Next time when they come back and see their brethren on the floor, they'll think of my tank. So, what to do now? Report back, do the main quest, and upgrade our vehicle. It's a lot, honestly. Are crocodiles
man.
back?
What would you do if you ran into a tough enemy?
Let's see. Well, I'd start by observing them carefully. Knowing what they can do and what their weaknesses are will help you fight effectively.
Observe them, huh? We finished your job for you.
Thank you! Now I can leave the gang without any debts! Oh, right. Here's that reward I promised you.
Nice! Thanks!
So, what's next? You grew up among bandits, right? Do you have somewhere to go?
Oh, now that you mention it, the gang's all I've ever had.
Why not head to Spino then? I'm sure they'll welcome you there.
Really? Even though I'm a former bandit?
I'm sure it'll all work out.
Oh, okay! Guess that's where I'll be going then! I really owe you guys everything.
Here we go.
Oh, man. Hopefully that guy finds his way.
Look over there! Royal Army tanks!
This is far too many troops to be defending such a remote location. Were they expecting us? Seems
Obviously.
their commander's no stranger to war.
was sort of fun.
Nice. More tanks they send, the more scrap I can collect. No problem.
Focus your attacks. Bring them down one by one.
Yep.
Keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
General Are, the tank squadron at the checkpoint has been decimated. They what? General Shiva's tank took them out and continued on. Ugh. Round up all the soldiers in the area and hunt him down!
That wouldn't be surprising. You are fighting a legend. Can't believe it. The nerve to hold a checkpoint in a desert region.
See the radio tower on top of that hill? That's our target.
This'll be a piece of cake.
Don't get cocky just yet. The army must be aware of our general location. They're sure to reinforce their defenses in the area.
I kind of like the poetic aspect of it though. Even if the world becomes a wasteland, there'll still be a government that'll still take even what's left. You can learn a lot from the different worlds you see in anime, manga, and all that.
Here we go.
There are plenty
It's really
of
well
towns
written
and
if-
villages across.
well
the
written
world.
if you pay
We should
attention.
stop by if we come upon any.
Won't the townspeople be scared of us demons, though?
Surely not everyone will
anyway.
react like that. Some people are bound to be friendly toward you.
I'd prefer for everyone to be scared, honestly. Looks like we're not the only travelers out here.
We should think about stopping by that campsite they're using ourselves. It's a communal camp that's open to all travelers.
Talk about convenient!
Cool. That solves the health problem.
There are Royal Army soldiers all over Sandland?
When the terrain's to your disadvantage, keep moving until you're in a better spot.
I wouldn't stop if you asked me to.
tank brigade at the checkpoint. All gone, sir. What? So, the legend lives on. But why would he bother going somewhere so remote? Maybe he's heading for our water source to the south. That's it. The radio tower. He wants to make a broadcast. Signalman, alert all units near the news radio tower via encrypted transmission. On the double. Sir. All vehicles, advance east. Follow me.
They're only marching to their doom. Well, sucks to be them. Alright. Oh.
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
You never know when something you've picked up might come in handy.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
Yep.
Here we go. Humans around here.
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been like this for a long time.
I guess you really can't survive without water, huh?
Yeah, we can get that. Yeah, when things get tough, we might need that.
Thank you.
Whoop.
Oh, so they do have dodging mechanics in there. It's just not as smart.
Looks like there's something up there. We could reach it if we had a vehicle that could jump. Looks like there's something up there. We could reach it if we had a vehicle that could jump.
What is that? It's so intimidating.
Hey, old man, what would you do if you ran into a tough enemy?
Let's see. Well, I'd start by observing them carefully. Knowing what they can do and what their weaknesses are will help you fight effectively.
I kind of want to fight it.
Observe them, huh? Try that next time.
The bigger they are, the harder they
Under
fall.
the sand, Prince. It could surface anywhere.
No, I know!
It's under the sand, Prince. It could surface anywhere. Maybe you can lure it out with a powerful hit to the ground.
And the crowd goes wild.
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
The fight was fun.
Never know when something
He just
you
wasn't
picked up
quick enough.
might come in handy.
Alright.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
Hey, Rao! We've been spotted!
There's more than I expected. But we can still take them.
Hold up! Looks like they've got us surrounded.
An ambush! What do we do? We're sitting ducks out here!
Watch your rear. Biel's, Thief, you ready for this?
It's like you have to ask.
How many times must I tell you to address him as Prince Beelzebub?
Yeah, but he says that to initiate that they're close. Nice. That was easy.
There! That'll show ya!
Is this what you call your top fleet? Nice. Oh, that works.
Dang. It's busted.
Looks like they disabled it in advance to keep us from using it. They read us like a book. This commander's a pro.
So you're saying this was all for nothing?
No, I think we can get it fixed. Just need the right materials.
Speaking of which,
Here we go. We can use this to find out about the area. If we can get it fixed up, that is. We can repair it, just need materials.
News office? This is Shiva. Former General Shiva. Yes, the man himself. I have something I want to tell the people of this country, if you'll let me transmit it. Yes, right away, please.
We have just received radio contact from a man claiming to be General Shiva himself.
What?
He has a message for you all, and while we have not been able to confirm his identity, we have agreed to transmit his words live on air, beginning now.
This is Shiva. First, allow me to sincerely apologize to you all for any distress I may have caused.
All units, cut the engines! Make it quiet!
I freely confess to the crime of stealing a tank. But unlike what you were told previously, I have not attacked any villages with it. I swear this on my life.
It is not my aim to spread panic and confusion amid this country. I intend only to find a legendary spring, which I assure you is no mere fairy tale. For this country cannot withstand any more drought.
Spring? Did he say spring?
What is he even talking about?
So please, just allow me to finish this mission without interference. When I find the spring, I promise to make its location public and return the tank I stole. That is all.
Actually, I have one final message for a certain person on an entirely different subject. Though this doesn't absolve my role in causing that explosion 30 years ago, I've learned the truth behind it.
Commander Zayu, you are the only one I will never forgive. Over and out.
Mr. Shiva, a question if you would. I'm afraid he's cut the line.
Contact the news office immediately! Tell them that they are never to allow that criminal to speak freely on air again!
This is bad, isn't it, Zayu? He said something about the truth behind that explosion! And then there's that spring he said he's looking for. Do you think what he's really referring to is our secret water source? Oh, this is bad. Very, very bad.
I'm sorry for dragging you two into this. All right, let's keep heading south.
He didn't drag us into this. He paid us for it with a game console. To be honest, we're technically mercenaries he hired. So we really had no choice. If you want to be technical. Yep.
Here we go.
And what better not to train, if not get the whole entire army to go on your back.
Come on, hang in there. There.
Supreme Commander Zeo, sir. Yes, sir. I believe General Shiva is very close.
He is no general. A mere ghost requires no title. Don't even try to capture him alive. Understand? Kill him! Once and for all! That's an order!
Forgive me, but might I ask you just one thing, Supreme Commander? What Shiva said about the truth behind that explosion. What exactly do you think he meant by that? You see, my own father was killed in that explosion, so...
You fool! There is absolutely nothing of the sort! Shiva is only trying to rattle us! Hurry up and get rid of him already!
My apologies!
Papa, he said he's looking for a spring.
You dolt! Don't fall for it! He's just pretending to be some selfless goody two-shoes! You can't trust people like that! Though if there's one thing we can agree on, it's that Zeo's a damn rat. All right! Come on, Guppy! Fire one shot right at the midpoint between Shiva and the Royal Army!
Got it, Papa. It's Shiva! All tanks, prepare for battle!
Enemy tank brigade! They're close by!
What?
Prepare to engage! Hurry! Sprint, take cover behind the rocks and swing around in the other direction to attack them.
Why? That's why.
That's the stuff.
Yeah, that's how I like it. Up close and personal.
That's the stuff.
Boom.
Nice! All the enemy tanks are toast!
A fight like that must have been a piece of cake for you, Prince.
I know! Pretty badass, huh?
Hold on. That was way too easy. Their commander's probably still...
Get them!
That's what I'm talking about.
Prince, that's the commander! As long as their commander still stands, this battle won't end. Take him out! Prince, attack from their blind spot! Good! Keep at it!
What happened? Do you copy? for a water source for Sandland's people. Is it true?
Yeah, it's the truth. The King's water is too expensive for most people to even afford the bare minimum to survive. So I promised my village that I would find a legendary spring. And they pooled what little money they had to send me off.
And do you truly believe that such a spring exists?
Of course I do. But something doesn't add up about the King's water source. There's some secret there, huh?
Sorry, but as a general of the Royal Army, I'm afraid that's one question I can't answer.
Good job, Prince.
Yeah, there'll always be politics when there's literally nothing around.
Prince, attack from their blind spot.
Where'd he go?
Go for it, Prince.
There he is.
Good. Keep at it.
Hey, soldier! Are you hurt? No, sir! We're all fine! Pursue them! Hide! Unbelievable. He's superhuman. He saw through our tactics and completely disabled our unit with 0 loss of life. He's exactly the man my father said he was. I can't hope to compete. He's on a whole different plane. I'm afraid I can't tell you about the spring, and despite not answering your question, I have one for you. On the radio, you mentioned the truth behind the explosion 30 years ago. What is it?
You may not want to hear it. I believe it, but I've got no hard proof.
I am Are, the son of Apo, one of your very own officers. Please, tell me. I need to know the truth of my father's death.
Poe's son, eh? I see. Very well, then. Thief, you're our source. He should hear it from you.
You've got to be. Must I do everything around here?
Hold on! Don't tell me you heard this story from him! You take the word of a demon?
If you won't listen to what he has to say, I can't force you. But let me say this. In this whole twisted world, I haven't met anyone as honest as these two. I trust them far, far more than any human, at least. Would you let prejudice blind you to the truth? Just like how our fear and suspicion of the Peachy caused this terrible tragedy.
The Peachy? What do you mean by that?
Papa! The guys from the army look like they're surrendering.
Ugh! Bunch of spineless cowards! But at least they're all together in one spot with Beelzebub. Now's our chance. Guppy! Turn every last one of them into fertilizer with that cannon of yours! That bounty's as good as ours!
Damn it!
What was that just now?
A cannon? No. Don't tell me there was another tank!
No, it came from somewhere above us. I'll hop up high and look around. It's the swimmers! Those little...
Beelzebub spotted us!
Gah! Gah! Time to split!
Dang it! They got away again! I'm gonna pulverize them next time!
That Beelzebub just saved our lives. Perhaps it's true that we've misjudged the demons. All right, I'll hear it. Tell me the story of what caused the explosion 30 years ago, thief.
Nope, not till I hear the magic word. Why, you little imp! Who do you think you're—
Silence, you! Please just tell me! Please!
All right, enough. Listen up.
That's impossible. No, surely that can't be true. I know Commander Zayu is a cold man, but I can't believe he could be so inhuman.
Well, we've said our piece. And sorry, but it looks like we'll have to borrow the tank a bit longer.
Sir, are you sure? Should we really be letting Shiva go like this?
What do you mean by that? We never had him to begin with.
What?
We almost did, until the swimmers struck out of nowhere, that is. They took out our tanks, then fled. That is what happened, isn't it?
Sir, yes, sir!
Now, guess I should make my report to Supreme Commander Zayu. No, there's something I have to confirm with the king first.
Oh, so it's one of those type of games. I haven't played those types of games in a while, where the main character doesn't move in a cutscene, and that's how you unlock that move. That's completely nostalgic. I like it.
Okay, now we can finally start heading south again.
Yeah, there's multiple stories that have that, but it's kind of different in some stories.
What in the...
Roiling quicksand everywhere you look. One wrong step, and you'll be swallowed up.
Don't worry. I'm light as a feather. See?
Anyway, we can't proceed south unless we figure out how to get past this place.
And how are we supposed to do that? Even the prince sinks like a rock in the stuff. None of our bots will help either. The tank or jump bot would only be even worse off.
It would be easy if we could just fly over it. But with planes outlawed...
What if we just, you know, ran really fast?
Explain, please.
It kind of felt like I was sinking more slowly while I was running.
Aha! Cross before sinking to the point of no return, eh? Prince, thief, let's head back to Spino.
Let me guess. And to the rescue again?
Alright. You guys heard that. We gotta get right back at Anne. But we'll do that next time. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry for all the noise and falling. My mic is extra falling off today. It's kind of annoying. That might give me a mic stand. That'll make things easier. But yeah. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. And peace out.